All right, we're getting ready to do a little bit of resurrection. This car might look familiar to some. If not, there's plenty of videos you guys can go back in and look at. But let's just do a real quick walk around, and then I'll kind of explain what's going on and what some of the plans are that we have to get this thing back on the road and hurting some feelings. No tire kickers. All right, let's get this thing opened up. So what we have here is the Blue Nightmare. All right, so this thing's off causing problems for somebody else, and if you can tell, it's been sitting here a little while. So we're actually, like I said, we're in the resurrection process right here. A transmission was installed into this along with a dual disc clutch and the hydraulic setup, but something ended up happening to cause a little bit of a fire. So here we are. We have melted hoses here off the boost controller. Air filter's kind of toasty. We got melted cowl panel here. So man, as upsetting and sad as this is, we do have some positives coming out of this. So with that being said, like I said, this thing's been sitting for a while, so we're gonna have to be like draining the fuel, and I got to get everything apart. I'm gonna try to maybe possibly find out about getting some of this stuff repowder coated. We're gonna pull everything apart. We have a lot of new stuff that we're gonna be sticking onto this thing. So right now I don't have the key with me, but we have an AGP race mount, race front mount intercooler that we're going to be installing on here, along with new piping that's blue. We have a Kinetic Creations harness. All right, a JMF intake with the 70mm throttle body, which is going to really allow this engine here to breathe. A new radiator. I think we got new hoses, and we have an innovative gauge that's going to set everything up for being able to control the boost. It's like I don't know, just like a boost controller. So that thing's going to be pretty cool to look at. And like I said, man, I'm going to grab the key. I'll show you what we're putting on this thing. All right, so with that being said, we pretty much, everything is pretty much the same on the inside of the car. Nothing's really changed here. We got the nice hearse that was black sitting here, and we got a back seat full parts. So like I said, we have the Koyo rad. There's an engine harness in here, the Kinetic engine harness. There's we're putting new feed and drain lines. We have all the gaskets and everything that we need are there. The harness is down in that. We have all new piping. Check that blue out. Man, that is pretty. For the intake. All right, it's gonna be a little easier for me to reach over here and get this other door unlocked. So we have the AGP race mount intercooler. They send you the stencil. So I think what I'm going to try to do is, I think I have some e-blue, so we're going to try to paint the AGP on the front of that in e-blue. All right, So that thing's going to be pretty freaking awesome. NSRT4 sheet metal intake manifold, stock style throttle body flange. All right, look at that pretty girl right there. Look at that awesome looking intake. Man, this thing is going to be very, very happy once it gets up and running again. So here is the adjustable innovative boost gauge. Everything's going to match up. There's the solenoid and everything. You know, like the boost controller and stuff, that all had some damage from the heat. So this is what we got as far as some of the upgrades to put to this thing, along with getting the other stuff fixed that's going to need to be fixed. Till I actually get down in here and get some stuff pulled apart. Like I said, somebody else had installed a transmission, so I can tell we got a bolt missing here. We don't have a battery hold down. Something's going on here. Ooh. Just sitting in there that long. And basically, you know what I mean, we're gonna go over this. We're gonna clean everything back up again. We're gonna be replacing our wiring harness. We got stuff melted up over into here. Hopefully it's nothing that isn't replaceable or able to be repaired. So we're gonna have to get this thing up on the lift and then see what else needs to be changed. This thing's probably gonna get like an oil change. You know, just go over everything. We're getting a new battery, and we're just going to we're gonna bring this Blue Nightmare back to life. So the plan is to get this thing in a couple days. I'm waiting on some parts for another one that we're working on right now at this moment, but we've got a lot of stuff going on with this. So this is just a little quick sneak peek. When I get it pulled in, I'll do a more in-depth video. We'll go over, we'll actually see what burnt, maybe try to figure out exactly what caused the fire, whether it was a loose oil line or just something wasn't installed right, because I don't think it was driven that long after the transmission was installed. So with that, guys, there's the Blue Nightmare again.